Ahoy there, staratlas family. This is Leon, or you can call me MetaVerse Explorer. It's me. We're going to be talking about staratlas in the next couple of minutes. Thank you very much for joining me, as always. Now, the crew are live. They've been live for a couple of days, maybe 4 or 5 days, just under a week, shy of a week. And trading has begun, my friends. People have snagged up some really great deals. I managed to get one good deal when the traits weren't really listed yet on the staratlas, on the Tensor Live, on the Tensor platform. So I was lucky to get one good deal, and I'm always on the lookout, but it's not my main job at the moment. I know some people like to trade here and there, but also I'm familiar with all the bots on Tensor. It's super easy for people to get Tensor bots, so I'm trying not to play that game too hard, but I'm going to get involved starting from now. So this episode, we're going to be talking about a few things to do with bots, okay? But first thing, a shout out to Siggy, a massive content creator, staratlas. He just said we're topping the Web3 gaming charts in CoinGecko. I believe this is CoinGecko, and look at that. staratlas, the polis token is up massively, 69% in the last day. That is a lot of return. 69, nearly 70% in 1 week. My God. And then of course the Atlas token is about 30%. Not as good as polis, but well done there. So Siggy, thank you very much for sharing that. Now let's go on to the anomalies. There are a few people with Anomaly crew in staratlas. It's crazy. I didn't know this would happen. So this is virtual, as well as people from the staratlas ecosystem on a little call, and they managed to bag an anomaly, and people are reacting to it.
Unbelievable.
Can you hear it?
Man, wow.
Yo,
Congratulations, man.
This is cool. So in this video, I'm going to show you all the anomalies that have been so far disclosed, and I'm going to try and look on the actual Tensor Live website to see what anomalies we can find out, because there are already some existing. They are the Anomalies, okay? So let's go ahead. First, let's open some pre-sale 10 packs. I've got 3 of them. I'm going to open 5 now, and then at the end of the video, you're going to stay with me. We're going to open another 5. So let's go ahead and go to the crew section, my friends. Let's go and open some crew packs. As you can see, I've got some already, but let's go here. And let's go and open 10 of the platinum pre-sale crew packs. Yeah, let's go. There we go. Let's go and do only 1 quantity to open. And of course, every other time I'm going to be opening them with you in the next couple of videos, so stick with me. Let's go ahead and push this transaction through to say yes. Now, in the meantime, while that 4 minutes timer is going on, let's go ahead and see something I think you need to know about. This is the staratlas crew sales bot. Of course, Tensor is really popular. There are bots all over the place. Here is one that has just come out. Now, if you're going to the hackathon, if you're doing anything at the hackathon, I think you should really do some stuff with the crew, at least with Tensor, because the ecosystem and infrastructure is really large. You will be able to win something, I think, if you have a good bot. Anyway, let's have a look at the bot and let's see what it's been able to find out. So it keeps posting really good deals on the page that people have bought. So someone bought an epic crew member called drover.soul. Major aptitude in flight and science. Anomaly is the head and the body, and they sold it for $73. This is the Tensor trade, and this is the Soul Scan ID. So you can go ahead and follow this, and it gives you really good stuff, really good idea of what is being selling, especially for these rare, epic, and anomaly crew. So you just have a look at this epic one, sold for $52. Hospitality, fitness, and anomaly is body and trinket. Let's keep going here. You can see all of it. This is a really great bot. So you can follow this to see if there's anything cool that is recently sold. And people are like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Or someone bought this for like $1 or something. You're like, what the hell happened? Right? $348. This is a legendary crew member, Dufern.soul. Command, definitely. That's why it's $300. Now, the team did go through, I think a brew it was, and then they actually released the statistics, new statistics of what rarities of what you're going to get, for example, crew for command, science, operator, etc. And command was actually really, really rare. So people who got command before, well done. That's going to be very valuable later on, and that's why this is worth 2.2 soul, $350. Anyway, let's go ahead and open these crew packs. Let's go. A rare. Let's have a look. Hospitality, engineering, medical. Very good. Let's go to the next one. I want a legendary. Give me a legendary, my friends. That's one epic. You got flight 50, engineering 50, fitness. Very good stats for openness. Very bad conscientiousness. That's really terrible. Oh, very good, very good. That's 3 crew, that's 3 rares, okay? This is a science, flight, fitness, not bad. Good stats overall. 1 more. A rare, flight, hospitality, science. Not bad stats, not the greatest, but okay. 5. That's 5. Let's do another 5 later on, my friends. So flight engineering operator. You'll see that there's going to be a lot of flights nowadays. So let's save that. Let's come back at the end, my friends. So that's the bot. Now, keeping in mind, a lot of the crew is still not active yet in the Sage profile. It'll be coming pretty soon, so make sure you have enough crew. If you've been selling some crew, make sure you have enough, okay? And how do you bring them in? It's going to be the port of entry, okay? Crew, and then you deposit it. As you can see, I have some crew here already. They're not inside yet, okay? They're not inside. It's got 196 for me so far. Now, things you need to know of. There is a few, okay? Lo and behold, if you guys remember, I told you some of the crew some of the crew attributes and some of the like statistics and some of the pictures are going to be changing. Okay, it's just like the first thing, right? And of course they are now. I told you that before. So people were really unhappy with the mud crew. They've written some stuff here that's going to shed some light onto that. So let's read. Okay. Thanks for the support you've shown the crew packs. We appreciate it. We're making some important changes. New traits. First of all, I'll zoom in so you can see. Very good. Let's look at some new traits. So, new mud hairstyles have been added. Mud now have increased chances to roll an augment or a trinket. Mud have decreased chances to roll a helmet. New outfits have been added to Mud, Miris, Punabs, and Song Memes that offer a wider variety of patterns and colors. Very nice. Now, something happened with the algorithm. What happened, I'm going to try and summarize all this before. So what happened was, even if you had a common crew, or if you have a rare or uncommon crew, right, you could sometimes very easily get anomaly or like epic or rare attributes on that common crew, right? Their backgrounds look much better, the things around them looks better, their armor looks better. So that was a mistake that the team made, okay? And in this little passage, they're saying, we noticed that, we're going to fix that. So let's read what physically they're changing. Art on previously opened cards will re-roll using our new algorithm. So there's going to be, if you open your crew cards before this change, there's now going to be 2 separate sets of art for you. And I'm going to show you an example of some of my own CNFTs. Your old art will still be viewable as episode 0 art. The new art is called episode 1. Episode 1 cards will keep rarity, species, sex, aptitudes, and name. Only the art and traits are adjusted. So some of the traits, man, you got anomaly traits, they won't be there anymore. Anomaly art will be retained. You should see very little difference between your episode 0 and episode 1 art. Episode 0 won't be UE5 compatible. The latest episode art will be used at the time of adding UE5 support. So very nice to have UE5 support. Added a drop-down menu to the micro cards that lets you select alternate arts. Anatoly, Sammy Banks, and the Surge crew will remain unchanged, right? So not bad there. In the episode 0 algorithm, aptitudes had an even chance to roll. We're changing this now, and certain aptitudes will be more rare than others. The good news is that we're not changing your already rolled aptitudes for episode 1. If you rolled a rare aptitude, you get to keep it. Consider it an early bonus for opening packs. That's what I said before. That's all the commander attributes that you have. That commander attribute has like a 1.5% of actually happening. But previously, if you opened it when it first came out, you had an equal chance just as well as everything else. It would have been 15 or 20%, give or take. So there's going to be a lot more commanders, even though they're really rare now. What's next for crew packs? Crew backstories are coming, a share feature. So yeah, you can, like I think Whitakis or someone was saying this, where you can just share it onto Facebook very easily. Adding full res PFP downloads and layers, full body and headshot. Adjusting the Punab eyes. Yes, they are really, really damn weird, some of them. Adjusting the Uster cloaks, adding a background of your cards to the My Crew Cards layer, which is at the start of the staratlas website. As soon as you go in there, you can't see any of the backgrounds unless you download the image, but that's going to change now. Adding Sage Crew to the My Crew Cards viewer. So known bugs. The amount of crew listed on My Crew Cards may not match the amount in your wallets. Black boxes, you may see black boxes for the new art. This should fix later on. And drop down menu. So you can see here, these are some of the changes they want to make. Okay, this is some of the hairstyles for the mud I see some of the hairstyles for the mud female, of course. We see some other, you don't need to see all these. There are going to be so many of them. This is just the fixing the eyes in the punabs as well as the clothing, so it looks a lot better. And then we have some Miris stuff as well. And that's about it, right? So that's the majority of the changes. So let's go ahead and actually go to Tensor and see where we are. This is the beauty of the blockchain. Let's see some people trading. So first off, I'm very disappointed. I'm not going to lie. We are, even if we, let's say, where are we? Well, let's find us. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're not even there. Let's go 24 hour. So this is Tensor, right? I'm going to do a full tutorial for you later on. This is Tensor. We're going to go and see where we are. We are, I thought we were like 20 something. Where are we? I can't even find us now. Whoa. Oh, I'm not even there. Maybe because I'm showing this, yeah. So this is a little button that tells you if it's compressed or CNFT collections or non-CNFT collections. And I still can't see where we are. So we're 27 at the moment, which is kind of disappointing, but this is only ranking it based on 24-hour volume. You know, there's only 1% of us listed at the moment. Everything we have, only 1% is actually listed. Here, you see that? So it's not a lot. So obviously not many people are buying and selling. There are a few, but not a lot. Anyway, let's go inside. Let's see what it's like. Okay, so first off, I'm going to explain a little bit for you so that you can start getting used to this view. Now, don't get scared. It looks super complicated. You can make it, it's very modular. You can chop and change whatever you want in here, okay? So the first thing I think you need to know is have a look at this. Make sure you're on the staratlas crew and then press this button. That's going to favorite it for you, okay? So that'll always come up on the left-hand side, favorited, okay? Now, next thing, I'm going to show you a couple of toggles and what they actually do, okay? So the left-hand side is all the different collections. You don't want that. Take that away because you don't want to know anything else apart from staratlas NFTs, okay? The next thing is the checkout, okay? That checkout tells you how much you can start making order yourself, buying a lot, selling a lot, etc. You don't need that now. The next thing is a filters tab, okay? There are lots of things you can filter by, rarity, the price, for example, the trade count. Don't worry about that for now. You'll have your time to go through that. So take that away, then you get this view. The next thing, I like to actually use the 5 times zoom, because if you use the 6 times zoom, you can see some of the prices, but you can't see it a lot that you want, okay? 4 times zoom, I get to see a bit more in that field of view. I get to see the images better. You go to a 1 zoom, it's no pictures. It's just like nothing. It's just data, right? You go to a 2x zoom, you get the data and the pictures where you can click on them. You get a 3x zoom where you get a bit more stuff. It's not as good, but a 4x is when it starts getting better. 4x is okay, but you can't see the rarity of them. Even though it's got the little thing here, it's not as good. I like to go to the 5x zoom where you can see the price very easily, you can see the rarity, and you can see the images. So just me, 5x zoom. The next thing, have a look at this on the top right hand side, okay? This is the floor price chart. This is like a normal trading view chart where you can see what the sales have been like. We started over here, massive drop here. This was really illiquid. No people were buying or selling here. What you need to see is where it actually started. You see these red and green lines? This is the liquidity coming into the market. So I'm going to take this part away because that was when people were just finding out and we're here. So this is what it currently looks like, right? It looks like the floor price is gradually and slowly increasing. You can see this, right? We had a really huge pump, but we went down and then we slowly coming up, consolidating, coming up. So it seems like we had a base of around 3.2. We're at about a 3.8 at the moment. This is in USDC terms because the staratlas crew versus USDC. That's what we're looking at, okay? Very interesting. So you can see there's still volume, but my friends, there's a lot of bots here. Tensor has a shit ton of bots. People get rewarded for trading. It's been a whole thing for a long time now. So I'm not even going to try and play too hard because there are bots you will not win. Okay. So basically you got to be manual. You got to go in, look for something that you actually want, and then try and make an effort to get that thing. You're not just going to win everything you try in the bot market. No way, no way. So that's the trading view, okay? And then you can see the rarity scores and whereabouts they sit, okay? You can see the pricing for these. Some commons are still up here at 0.06 Sol, and some of them are way down here at 0.025. And this is everything on the market, okay? So that's the commons, uncommons, rares, epics, and legendaries. You can see the legendaries sit around the 0.07 range. Is that right? I think so. Yeah. So let's see this. That's listed for 0.073, $11 for a legendary. I think that's actually pretty good. $11 for a legendary. I feel like I would buy that. But not yet. I'm going to wait. Right. So that's that. And then we also have the activity and the order book. This is everything that's been listed, right? This is the order book behind me here. This is people buying, people selling. All the red is people who want to sell something. And then all of here is people who want to buy. So you can see there's a big volume. Someone wants to buy 62 crew cards at the 0.0221 range, okay? I don't know if that's myself. I have a few orders in there, but nothing crazy, okay? So let's get rid of that, and also that. Now, let's go in and see how you can filter a lot of stuff, okay? Filter, because filtering is the name of the game. If you want to sell something right away, people have bids in the markets to say, you know, I don't care, whatever you have, I'll take whatever you have for 0.023, okay? That's not a good idea if you're going to sell. You should see your own CNFT and see what it has, because it may have one item that makes it really, really valuable compared to something else, and you could sell it for a lot more than 0.023. Okay. Now let's go here and see. You can see some of the recent stuff I had recently listed, which is where I am now. The price from the lowest ever crew card to the highest, and the lowest is 0.025. It is rank 619,233. As you can see, it's very common. There's nothing to it. You click on any of the cards, you go and see all of the rarities. Okay, but the best thing to see your rarities, actually go to the traits. Go to the traits. Give it 1 second for it to load. Now, these are all the traits on the actual CNFTs we have. So right now, you can say fitness levels. You want everyone who has a major in fitness, a minor in fitness, or an anomaly in fitness, okay? That's the 3 traits in fitness. Or let's say you want the species. You want to get only humans, only Usta, Sogmians, Maries, Profound, Hypernabs, Fatali, or Tufa. And you can see there's 3 Tufas out there. Oh my god. And for Talis, there's 3 for Talis as well. So very interesting, right? So that's at least 6 anomalies out there. Now I think this is the image that we have of Anomaly so far. Mikata-chan from Rome has this Tufa. It's on sale. Wild Tree has an Usta. That's a legend. It's an anomaly. Look at this. High Plains Drifter has a Tufa. That looks cool. Bodhi has another Tufa here. Swift 42 has a Tufa. That's the one that has a Dark Fatali. And then Lucky EV has a Tufa. Amazing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Very, very nice. So that's 6 so far, 6 legendaries. But when we go here and we see the race, species, how many do we have? Oh yeah, because you have 3 here and you have 3 Fatali here, but there's at least 1 anomaly Usta. Very interesting. So let's go and see how many there are. Let's go to the rarity. There's a rarity. Okay. Now, not a common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and let's go to anomalies and see how many. You see 4 out of 23. So I believe once you click on that, you have 1 trait selected, and then you go to items. And this is all that's for sale in anomalies at the moment. We have 3 Anatoles. Don't forget, Anatoles have existed for a long time now. They are an anomaly, and they have 72 total. So there will be at least 72 Anatoles. They just haven't been opened yet. The crew card is still there. But we have, I think, who was it? Mikata-chan who was selling this one? Yeah, Mikata-chan. Mikata-chan. He's selling this for Tali for 420 Solana, which is $66,000. My God, you lucky SOB. So you can look at this and you can have a look at all of its anomalies. So it's a major rarities anomaly. Command is minor. A minor in command. It's got minors in everything. Oh man, that's very, very broad. No major in everything. I don't know if it's that valuable, you know. It won't learn faster than anything else. It'll be versatile, but it won't learn faster than anything else. And it's more of a trump card anyway. It's called REH. R-E-H. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see some of the items in my own inventory and look at the art changes, okay? Because they have all changed. Let's go ahead and click this one, right? Let's go ahead and click on Tyrone. Let's go ahead and click on Tyrone Exenade, okay? So someone wants to buy any NFT you have at 0.02. You can sell it right now if you want, but no, I always say have a look at the rarities and the traits and everything. You can see it's a top 4% in the body and the minimum is 0.03. Okay, so you won't sell it for 0.02, sell it for 0.03 at a minimum, I would say. Now, of course, you add them all together. For example, this one is 0.07 for the helmet. What's the highest trait that this has? I think it's that is 0.07. Anyway, you can see here the art that it has. Okay, there are two views, 1 and 2, two images. So that's the first image that we have. This is episode 0, and let's go to the next one. It takes a little while to load, so give it some time. It's okay. This is episode 2. Episode 1, episode 0 and 1. You can see they are completely different CNFTs, right? Different head, different outfit, different background, different gloves, right? The pants are the same, just a different color, right? So, you know, it's totally different. And some of these will be really good, some of these will be really bad. And I know one thing that happened is that all the backgrounds were super epic, but nowadays they're not that epic anymore. So yeah, also you can see my two elves in there. So interesting, right? So I'm going to make a bigger tutorial video on how to trade your crew cards. But for now, make sure you have the ones in your inventory. Make sure you are not selling into the lowest bidder. Make sure you price your items properly. And make sure that you can get some nice crew from here. Let me get a sip of my tea, excuse me. Very good, very good. Now, those Anomalies are on the market. They will come later on. Now, the council candidates have officially been putting their name forward. All right, I am not one of them. I will not be one of them for the anytime soon. I've gotten a little bit busy, but let's see some people who have put their names down. We have Emperor A from Rome, and he has a lot of reactions, most likely from Rome. We have Jith Blade. We have Drum Carlos. We have Notcats, Bullawam, Kriggs, which I think is a good pick. He's always been fairly neutral, very journalistic, very investigatory. So I would actually vote for Kriggs, definitely. DMark. Now, I remember DMark because when Solana had a protocol where you could trade against the market and have a portfolio, I used to follow him. I used to follow his Twitter as well. So he's in the mix as well. JP, very good. Bodhi is in there. I'm surprised Bodhi is. Oh no, I'm not surprised actually. He's a whale. He's got time, I guess. Alexis, Cuchetto, Santi is doing. It said Sorn, Sa-win, right? King Brian, of course, lots of hearts there. Falarith, Top Boy, Kirito. I think you comment on my videos, man. We have Zed, we have Dextrin, we have Sim, we have Funcracker, who definitely needs to be on there. We have Onigiri, Bila Souls, and Ajota Lona. So we have a whole bunch of people that are invited to be invited to be council members. Now, there is an event happening later on down the line, right? This is the Atlas Brew that's happening later on at 2:30 a.m. The Economic Forum later, working on this Unreal Editor, and this is the Impact Summit. So I think this is the brew where people will be able to come and make their case as DAO candidates. Very interesting stuff. Let's see who is a good pick. Obviously, Funcracker is going to make it. Kriggs is going to make it. Who else? Someone from Rome, the first one. Emperor A from Rome. Let's see who else. Maybe SA Win. Always very good. It has to be people that you know, right? People that are active in the community, not randoms who come here and there and say something or not. I'm like one of those. I say something and say something not. I'm in the Discord. I just don't say anything because it's all too much for me. Now, before we go, I want to make sure you are still on top of your Sage Labs items. Remember, if you're scanning anything, if you're mining anything, right? If you're scanning, your ROI is terrible if you're scanning anything. right? So even the highest ROI for a $1,000 fleet, let's click on this. Mine ROI is minus 15% is the Calico Max Hog. Oh shit, come on, let's keep going. Go do it properly. If you've got, there we go, a small $500 VWAP ship, $500 secondary market price ships, which is like, let's say, what is it, 151 PX4s, you're only making 10% if you're scanning. And even if you're scanning as $1,000 PSX4s, you're only making 27%. That's not as great, And you can't get all those ships in one go anyway. Now, even if you're mining, you're still making a negative return on Calico Max Hogs. That's 19%. On $500, you're making around 2%, which is not even breaking even. Small. And if you have $1,000, you are making around 14% ROI on Armstrong Imp Taps. Now, the beauty of where things have changed a little bit is titanium went out of the world in price. It went crazy. It was about 1,000% ROI on buying titanium ore and crafting titanium ore and then selling to market. Problem is, it's not very liquid, it's not very liquid at all. But now it seems like Crystal Lattice is the highest return at 852%. That's crazy. Liquidity is not too bad, only $22 a day of people buying your stuff. So it's hard to turn over that actually amount and actually get that. That's if people are buying it right away, you're crafting it right away, you're selling it right away, you're buying it right away. So that's actually not realistic, right? I still prefer to do a bit of fuel, and I always keep an eye on fuel is still 63% ROI. Keeping in mind it was updated 18 hours ago. So you got to make sure when you buy your hydrogen or mine your hydrogen and you're selling it, you are making a profit. There's no point selling it if you're not making a profit. So fuel is still 17, it's not that great. So there's still lots of stuff above 100 ROI. Power source is easy to make. Polymers are easy to make. Superconductor, not that easy. Food is 178 ROI. Very good stuff, man. That's very easy. That's only one crafting loop. That'll take you not much time to go and buy it and sell it, though there's not much liquidity. Okay, you got to look for ones with high liquidity. Copper, $28 liquidity. Steel, $42 liquidity. Not bad. 94% ROI. Still better than fuel. So anyway, I just want to make sure you are keeping on track of your Sage. Make sure you are making money because you're here to compound your fleets and you're here to buy more crew. And with that, my friends, I'm going to leave you. That's Star Atlas for this week. I will catch up with you when I do the big tutorial on Tensor and how to trade your crew. Bye for now.